In this video, I'm going to talk about how ransomware use a combination of symmetric and public key cryptography. So before going through this video, have a basic understanding of how symmetric key and public key cryptography works. Now let's start. So the attacker generates a public and private key pair using public key cryptography technique. And after that, the attacker embeds the public key into the ransomware and then sends the ransomware to the victim machine. Now, on the victim machine, the ransomware has reached the victim machine and has a public key embedded into it. On the victim machine, the ransomware generates a symmetric key which is unique to the victim machine. So in this case, I'm showing this as a AES key. It can be anything else as well. In order to generate a symmetric key, the ransomware can use APIs like CryptGenKey to generate the symmetric key on the victim machine. Now, using this symmetric key, the ransomware encrypts the file on the victim machine. After encrypting the files, the ransomware is going to encrypt the symmetric key with the public key, which is embedded in the ransomware. Now, the actual problem arises. So since the symmetric key, which is used to encrypt the files on the victim machine, is also now encrypted. And in order to decrypt the files, you need to retrieve back this encrypted symmetric key. But in order to decrypt the symmetric key, the victim is going to require the private key. And now the private key is with the attacker. And in order to get the private key, the victim needs to pay a ransom for it. So this is how the ransomwares use a combination of public and private keys. In order to reverse engineer a ransomware, you should know the following stuff. You should know the basics of cryptography, and you should be able to recognize cryptography algorithm used in the disassembly. And you should have understanding of Windows cryptography APIs like CryptGenKey, Crypt Export Key, and you should also understand the data structures which are used in the crypto APIs, structures like blobs. So if you want to understand how a ransomware works and how to reverse engineer a ransomware, you can go for my advanced reverse engineering training. So let me show a glimpse of it. So this is my Intel Root Academy portal, and here is my here is module 11, where I talk about cryptography, where I talk about how to recognize various algorithms in malwares. Here I talked about various APIs which are used by malwares for purpose of encryption. And after that, I have a module here which shows you how to debug a real ransomware. So here I'm talking about how the files are encrypted using keys and other stuff like public key cryptography. So if you are interested in learning reverse engineering ransomwares, you can join my course. Thanks.